afternoon. I'm Jacque Brandow. I'm the Vice Principal at Klamath Union High School, and I'm going into my second year as your Vice Principal. Even though this year is going to look a lot different, I know everyone says that, I'm still excited about what we have planned for you and the new schedule and what a typical day will look like for you. Over this summer, your teachers have worked together to figure out a schedule that will work best, whether we're in-person school or whether we're comprehensive distance learning. And it's called the HexMester. The reason it's called the HexMester is because it has 6 weeks in 6 terms. It goes like this. The first term, we're going to be in comprehensive distance learning. This term will be 6 weeks long, and you'll have 2 classes. And then you'll have 2 classes in the second term, the third term, and so forth throughout the year. This is the main part of your day. It will start at 9:30 and it will end at 2:25 with tutorials afterwards where you can meet with your teachers to work in small groups, ask individual questions, and get the help that you need on your assignments. This part around here, this is kind of like a pizza, and this is like the crust of the pizza. And we're working on plans to have music during this time and also some other classes that we weren't able to fit in during the main part of the day. So maybe what I'll do is I'll start with an example of a student's schedule who's a freshman. Her name is Morgan. And what she forecasted for was an introduction to media class. And this will be for her first term. She'll have this class and she'll be ready to go at 9:30, where her teacher and classmates might greet her in a virtual way. And then she will do all of her assignments and turn them in through a program called Canvas. After that, her second period class, she has geometry. She has geometry with Mr. Glidden, actually. So she will take this first part of her geometry class. Now this is the A part, because we know that geometry is a full year long class. And so you might be wondering, well, when would she take the next part of this class? That's going to be in the next best available time. So it could be in term 2, where she would have geometry with Mr. Glidden, part B. And that would finish off the full credit and the requirement that she would need for geometry. A typical day will be you'll start at 9:30 in the morning and you'll go until 11:40. That's your first period class. You'll have a break in the middle, and then you'll go to your second period class that begins at 12:15. You'll go until 2:25, and then you'll have the opportunity for some additional classes that we're still working out, and also time to meet with your teacher in small groups, individual settings, and be able to get your questions answered. So now we have Eric's schedule. Some of you might know Eric. He has oceanography. It's something that he's been wanting to take for a long time. He's a junior. So the first term, he'll start with oceanography with Mrs. Crumrine. Then he has a little bit of room for a PE class. It was on his electives that he chose. So his second period class, he'll take PE. And then what happens after this, after his day ends at 2:25, Mrs. Crumrine has set up a group session for oceanography, and she's going to meet with students later in the afternoon. That's just one example of what an 11th grade schedule could look like. I know some students over the summer have taken on internships, work experiences, and that sort of a thing, so they might not need a particular elective like PE. And if that's the case, there are examples of students who work maybe 10 or 20 hours a week and they don't want to give up their job. That's okay. We can work out to where you can have a work experience credit and be able to get an elective for that. Each class that you take, period 1, is equal to a half credit, and period 2 is equal to a half credit. So you will earn 1 full credit during each hex. And as you can see, there are 6 hexes, so you'll be earning 6 credits per year. Whether we're in school, in person, at our house here at KU, or at home, learning from home, in CDL, the schedule will be the same. You'll have 2 classes, 6 weeks each, and there'll be 6 terms. You can learn more about Canvas, our new comprehensive distance learning program, on our district's website. Remember that if you need a Chromebook, we have one-to-one deployment with those, and you'll be able to check one out. Also, if you have trouble with internet and need a hotspot, we have those for you too. If you have more questions about your schedule or your classes that you have, we have a new counselor this year. Her name is Miss Spiker, and she has students in the 9th and 11th grades, and Mrs. Pierce, who has 10th graders and 12th graders this year. I'm interested in knowing what Pelicans think about our new schedule and any concerns that you might have, or any kind of class schedules or questions that you might have, and feedback about the work that's been done over the summer and in these last several months to help make a good school year for you. If you could please contact me, Ms. Brandow, with the counseling at the school by calling the number to counseling. It's area code 541, number 883-3040. You can also ask your school counselors if you have questions specifically about the classes that you'll be taking for the upcoming term. I know that some of you have been really wanting to come back to school, and some of you have been enjoying your long extended break, but we're all really excited to get back to learning and teaching, and we just can't wait to see you. I can't wait for the community to be back together again, and all the Pelicans to have a fantastic year.